Man, what is up, man? We back, Black in the building, man. What's going on, man? Man. There's so much shit to talk about. Man, what's going on, man? It's so hot in this motherfucker, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Cube and all of them was at the Raiders Stadium and shit, so shout out to everybody out there. But my question is to all you dumbass niggas that ain't got it like Too Short and Ice Cube, all you barely paying rent having ass niggas, what you gonna do when the economy tanks? What you gonna do? I hope you got a nest egg somewhere, because if you don't have it, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. So why everybody out here, I've never seen so many people praise something that they're never making any money off of. That stadium was built from nice, wealthy white folk and whoever else got a little bit of paper. If you ain't got no money, you shouldn't be at no Raider game. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You shouldn't be at no Raider game. But if that's what you want to do, man, go ahead, man, do your thing. So shout out to everybody at the Court Plantation. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if that's your form of entertainment, good for you. I choose to stay at the crib. I don't want to be around 100,000 people because when there's large gatherings, what seems to happen out here in Las Vegas, Nevada? Oh, y'all know what happened. Remember 1 October? Remember that shit. So, but go ahead with your bitch asses and go and take your ass down there and be jumping around and cheering for some team that you ain't gonna never make no money off of. Go ahead and do that. So I thought I'd get that out of the way and put that disclaimer out there. And shout out to everybody out there that is handling business and doing what they need to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my Dr. Claude Anderson fans who has studied and read Black Labor, White Wealth, Powernomics, Dirty Little Secrets 1 and 2, and the Black History Reader. Those are just books that I would suggest you go read. So shout out to everybody out there, man. We about to breeze through this real quick, man, because like I said, I don't really have a lot of time. I'm really behind time. I got other shit to do. But I just thought I would get on here. Shout out to No Compromise, man. Shout out to my nigga, man. I was getting some messages. I finally got a message. I got a message from you on YouTube. I gotta try to respond, but I got a message from you on YouTube. She be watching it late and shit. Hey, man. Watch from afar, man. And watch all these. Watch, these gonna be the very people when the economy tank and niggas ain't got no jobs, ain't got no bread. These is gonna be the same niggas talking about, man, I should have spent all that money. Woo, Man, I should have done this, man. How am I gonna pay this? Man, I need to borrow money. This is some bullshit, man. Fuck the government. Then it's gonna be fuck white people. Then it's gonna be fuck white people. But nigga, your ass is down there, your clown ass down there right with them, jumping up and down like you got it like that. I'm not talking about, hey, the people that got it like that, I salute you. But when the pandemic hit and all these motherfuckers got laid off and they couldn't pay motherfuckers was mad at the world. Oh man, this is fucked up, man, the pandemic. And motherfuckers think because they didn't let it up that it ain't gonna come back. So we're gonna get into all that today. We're gonna talk about Sambo rehab. We're gonna talk about people that just need rehab mentally, period, because of being in the matrix too long. So let's get into it right now. Yeah, man. Shout out to Larry Elder's coon Sambo ass. And shout out to all y'all motherfuckers making an excuse for Russell Westbrook wearing a motherfucking dress. Shout out to y'all too. Me, like I said on the last podcast, it doesn't shock me, not at all. I wish me and my brother from No Compromise podcast, go check that out by the way. We would have talked about that on Saturday, man. Man, we had a great time, man. Real great conversation, man. Shout out to that brother, Erica, Shawnee, Philly, Florida in the building, stand up. I'm not saying, niggas be acting like I be saying, man, don't go to football games, don't go to basketball games. But nigga, if you ain't got it like that, you need to reprioritize what the fuck you doing. Straight up, because the same niggas I be seeing talking about Raider games, these the same niggas talking about, man, shit, let me hear it, man, because I gotta get my transfer and get to the bus. I'm like, nigga, you ain't got no transportation, but you talking about a Raiders game? The fuck? It's niggas in their 30s talking about, yeah, I'm trying to go to the Raider game. Shit, I'm just trying to make sure I holler at mom. I was like, why, your mom's going? Oh, nah, man, because I got to be at home at a certain time because I stay with mom. Nigga, what you doing staying with your mom? You going to a Raider game in your 30s? These niggas is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody calling out Larry Elder. Larry Elder is the big time Sambo. I don't know why people don't know that by now. Big time Sambo. And I feel like a lot of people need Sambo rehab. And the reason why I say that is because we're so quick to fight each other. We're so quick to talk shit about each other. I was even looking at this thing about Nicki Minaj because I guess one of her family members had took the jab or whatever. And then they ended up being fucked up. So she was just like, hey, just do y'all research. Then the lady, what's the lady's name on MSNBC? Joy Reid, probably a non-foundational black American, was going in on her, talking all kinds of shit. And I was like, damn. Like, you got this big platform. See, just like when you watched Civil War, you know, from Marvel, with Captain America Civil War, it's going to be a Civil War. It's going to be some type of, we gonna have to do it. First of all, we're going to have to deal with our own people. So we're going to have to deal with Coons, Sambos. We're going to have to deal with them. And y'all niggas going to have to stay over there and do it. And I'm not talking about all this other extra shit. I'm talking about specifically if you're not trying to establish a system of justice, I don't know what the fuck you're doing right now. And like I said before, I'm not saying that niggas shouldn't watch sports and do all that. Me personally, I watch it, but I get bored real quick and I'd rather watch a fucking movie. I'd rather watch something on TV besides sports because I just feel like it's like modern day slavery. It is, but it's like you're watching it in real time. So a lot of the times, sometimes it gets kind of difficult. And I try not to watch it too much because you get caught up in the matrix. That's not your team. You don't have no stock in that team. You don't own nothing. I want everybody, when they so caught up in teams and arguing motherfuckers, I want you to look yourself in the mirror and say, do I have any stock or inventory, like money-wise? Am I getting money out of this? Why am I arguing with this person? Why do I feel like I'm a part of this team? What is it that they have done, the dominant society, where in my brain, the synapses that fire off, the neurons that fire off, have me thinking that I somehow, some way have stake in this team and I'm making money while I'm watching it? You're not. You're not making any money at all. They're making money. Cube and them that went to go perform, they're making money. And shout out to Cube and Too Short and all them. People that's getting their money, I ain't mad at them. But there's a lot of folk that are not getting money. There's a lot of folk that are not doing nearly half of what they're supposed to be doing. But they can tell you all the schematics and stats and all this bullshit about this NBA player and that football player and all this other shit. And I be looking at these niggas, and these niggas be the main niggas talking about, man, shit, let me hear it, man, before I miss the bus. Nigga. Now, if you took all that extra time, nigga, and took stats of in stats and stock and inventory in your personal life, maybe you wouldn't be on the bus, nigga. But that's just me, man. That's just how I look at it. I'm not acting like I'm the best prioritizer in the world, but I can tell you this. I know the difference now between, acting like you're a part of a team and knowing that you've never been a part of the team. It's like telling you to go to the army, be all you can be. No, be all you can never be in the dominant white society, nigga. Stop. You know what I'm saying? And I think those are just things that we have to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm looking at the recall with Gavin Newsom and all this, it doesn't matter who's in office at this point, man. They done already done what they gonna do. And they're gonna keep doing what they gonna do. My question is to black folk is, all you Sambos that need rehab, where's Joe Biden at? Where's what we were supposed to get from Joe? What happened? He never reached back out to Q. He never reached out. Yeah, all y'all niggas talk so much shit about Q. Man, Q reaching out to Republicans. Q reaching out. No, nigga, Q was reaching out to whoever was going to sit down and explain what they were going to do to black folk. The Democrats, Democrat. What they do? I can tell you what they have done. They gave the Asians a hate crime bill, and they've mandated that jab for all y'all motherfuckers. So the niggas gonna have to go get it. So my thing is, and I'm gonna keep saying it. What y'all gonna do when the economy tank? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What's your goals? What you gonna do? Because let me tell you, the Raiders nor the Democratic Party is gonna fucking help you pay your bills. They don't give a fuck. That moratorium on motherfucking COVID relief and the pandemic relief, so you don't get kicked out of your homes, that shit ends this month. So guess what? It's gonna be a lot of niggas on Las Vegas Boulevard and Owens. And for all you people that don't know, like Shawnee in Florida, if you come to Las Vegas Boulevard and Owens, and one day, you know what? I already got an idea. Las Vegas Boulevard and Owens, there's two things right there that are monumental: the graveyard and Shade Tree. And those are for battered women, homeless women. And then there's all kind of homeless. It looked like Skid Row over there. It is Skid Row. It's Las Vegas, it's Skid Row. And it's going to be packed with a whole bunch of motherfuckers once that moratorium go through, where they like, all right, well, we're not helping y'all niggas no more with y'all rent. But y'all go enjoy that Raider game, though. That's what I'll be saying, man. And for us, especially black folk, y'all niggas got car payments, you better hurry up and pay that motherfucker off. Straight the fuck up and down. At least if you got a mortgage, it take them a year to get you the fuck up out of there. But if you paying rent, they gonna get your ass the fuck up out of there in a month. This ain't California. Las Vegas, Nevada, they would have the marshals lock you out of your shit. That's a motherfucking fact. Shit. Stay in an apartment too long and ain't pay your rent. Them niggas gonna put them 7-day payer quit notices on your shit. Then before you know, you gonna be like on the wash. Where them niggas gonna turn off the water and start fucking with you and shit. But my thing is always this. Then why do we wait to that and then we want to cry foul when we watching all these dominant white society people with the jobs and the money? They can go to the football games and they can chill and they can do that. You looking at them like, well, why they able to do it? Nigga, it's their system. It's not your system. So when they want you to party like it's 1999 and go to these football games, you should be reserved to be like, what the fuck am I doing? Why the fuck am I here? What the fuck is going on? I'm not saying don't have a good time, but just look at yourself in the mirror like, okay, I'm gonna go to this game. All right, do I got my financials in order? Am my shit straight? Am I teaching my kids and my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, my aunties, hey man, this is what you need to do? Am I not doing it? Okay, then I'm not saying I can't enjoy shit, but sometimes you gotta be disciplined. And a lot of niggas lack discipline. A lot of niggas is probably sitting around right now with their thumb up their ass, figuring out who they gonna try to finesse and see what money they gonna try to get from somebody. Niggas need to stop that shit for one. And niggas need to stop hating on people that are handling the business and doing things accordingly. Remember that. I noticed that too. I remember, like I said, I remember this time when I was working at work for the city, Parks and Rec or whatever, and we was always around a lot of wealthy white people. And I was like, man, y'all doing fireworks? I told this story before. He was like, nah. He was like, my area, they don't play that shit. We got to go watch the fireworks. I was like, damn, Fred's like, man, they don't play that shit. He's like, you'll get fined by the HOA for that. They don't play that. I was like, damn. He was like, man, they don't want you tearing up somebody else's fucking $1 million home. They ain't playing that shit at all. He was like, nigga, he ain't say nigga, but he was like, bro, they're not playing that. We have to go watch the fireworks. And people say that's dumb and all this other stuff, but you know, when you're an owner and you have ownership and stake in something, you don't want nobody threatening the infrastructure of that, because that's your residual income. So I don't blame people, and I don't blame the HOAs for being like, we're protecting what matters most. If you go watch The Matrix Reloaded, there's a character in there called Seraph. This is when Neo was going to meet the Oracle for the second time. So when he was going to meet the Oracle for the second time, he went to go meet this Asian brother named Seraph. So Seraph, they fight or whatever. And he said, who are you? He said, I am what protects what matters most. You know what I'm saying? He was like the Oracle's bodyguard or whatever. So he was like, I protect what matters most. And I'm like, damn, that's very interesting. Because, you know, the Oracle was a part of the system too, but she was the balance. So you had motherfuckers that's on the negative shit, woo whoop, and you have somebody that's the oldest in the system that's like, nah, I wouldn't do it this way. Maybe you should listen to what I'm saying. And what I'm telling people is, man, you better wake the fuck up and stop thinking like, oh, I gotta be at these football games and be at these basketball games. Look at it for what it is. It's a controlled environment. It's controlled entertainment. If you don't know that by now, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'ma just keep stressing this. I wonder what motherfuckers gonna do when the economy, it's gonna tank. Trust, and when it does, I'm gonna be laughing my ass off, really. And I'm talking about sucking motherfuckers that want to be out here balling till they fall type shit and doing the sucker shit when they had the opportunity to stack their chips and watch what goes on and take stock in inventory. If you don't have no real estate, go get you a piece of the earth like E40 talk about. Don't be sitting around here and bumping your gums talking to the man next to the confession stand. Fuck all that. You better get in the game. It's like playing Monopoly and you pass and go and collecting $200 and you don't buy no property. Guess what? Everybody else that's on that game, if they know how the game works, they're going to buy all the property up. So when you land, guess what? When you land, you're going to have to pay the piper. That's a motherfucking fact. That's why when motherfuckers be looking at people like Larry Elder needs rehab, Sambo rehab. He's the biggest Sambo ever. And he does that because he gets a paycheck from it. And a lot of it is because, too, the dominant white society, they like motherfuckers like him. They like motherfuckers like him that's going to Sambo and do that shit. Now, there's some dominant white society people that's like, nah, I don't fuck with that type of shit. Because you're not even being realistic. But I watched a documentary. I forgot what it was called, but they had Candace Owens in there. They had a whole bunch of Sambos and Coons in there. I was dying laughing watching. It was on Amazon Prime. It ain't really worth watching because all you watching is people Sambo and Coon and talk shit about the Republicans and all this other stuff. And, you know, it's like, I mean, then you watch the Republicans talk shit about the Democrats. Both parties are equally racist in their own ways. So when a motherfucker get to fight and argue with you about a Republican and a Democrat, these are the same people that'll argue down about the Bible, which are the same people that'll argue down about this jab, which are the same people when you tell them, hey man, why are we listening to Bill Gates? He builds computers. He's not a doctor. Ah man, here you go with that bullshit. Those are the type of people, in my personal opinion, you got to stay away from. You got to elevate yourself. Get away from them. Like I said before, y'all hear me say it all the time. Shout out to 066 as well. Hey man, keep your circle tight. Keep your circle tight. Don't answer your phone for bullshit. And start giving out emails. Lear, man, email me. Because you're not going to waste my time. Because that's another thing that I feel like I'm trying to get better at. Before I talk about anybody else, me. I will not allow nobody to waste my time anymore. That's going to be one of my main goals in 2022. You know, I set goals for myself all the time. One of my main goals, you will not waste my time at all. About nothing. I don't want to hear about nobody else's trials and tribulations because I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't care about none of that shit because that shit's not helping me. And I feel like that's how most people need to be. Do what matters most to you and stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? And don't let people waste your time. And don't be wasting people's time. Don't be just picking up the phone and calling random people because you bored. Handle your business. Because if you don't, you're going to see later on down the line. That's why when I was watching everybody at the Raiders Stadium, I had tweeted, I had said, while all y'all motherfuckers is happy about the Raiders Stadium, we going to see how many happy motherfuckers it's going to be when the economy tank and motherfuckers can't pay their rent and their bills. Them motherfuckers going to be mad. And then they still won't look at the situation like, well, why did they build a fucking Raiders Stadium? Why didn't y'all build a motherfucking emergency relief fund for people out here just in case if a pandemic come again? Why would y'all waste y'all time on that? Because a lot of those people that's down there that ain't got it like that, that's struggling, let me tell you something. They're going to be mad at the people that own property, own real estate, can make moves and do it. And I'm telling you right now, if you're in Las Vegas, Nevada, and you don't own no real estate, it's going to be a pressure cooker. And let me tell you why it's going to be one. The main reason why it's going to be one is because they don't got that rent control shit out here in Vegas. Niggas out here is used to $700, $800 a whoop wop. Now, no, nigga, we charging $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 a whoop. Rent. And we gonna need about $4,500 to $5,500 for you to move in. Straight up. Them good old days are gone. So niggas better wake the fuck up and understand that shit. Stop cooning, stop samboing, stop thinking, well, if I jump to this side, I'm gonna get this. And I get it, because motherfuckers be trying to feed their family. But there's other ways for you to feed your family than samboing and cooning the whole goddamn time. But it's hard to really tell motherfuckers that, because if they been getting their bread like that the whole time, what you think gonna happen? But hey, man, like I said, man, y'all know what it is. It's a very short one today, man, because I got shit to do and I'm like already behind. I just thought I'd hop on here, chop it up with y'all real quick. Listen to me when you know, at the court plantation, when you by yourself taking a ride somewhere. I know I be telling Shani that all the time. Listen to me when you're leaving the court plantation. You know, shout out to everybody. I'm getting messages from the YouTube. It'd be like 2, 3, 4 days later, but you know, I'm starting to kind of get them now. When I be trying to apply, the shit be bullshitting. But remember, man, you don't own no stake in none of these football teams and these basketball teams and these baseball teams at all. So why would you be arguing with somebody about a football team? And why would you be so invested in that? Look at your life. That's all I can say. Because I look at mine. And when I look at mine, a nigga gets depressed. So I don't really have time to be sitting up here running to no goddamn Raiders Stadium and sitting up there in Raiders Nation, all that, man. Fuck all that. That shit ain't paying none of my motherfucking bills. So let me know how that shit turns out for a lot of motherfuckers that's out there doing that shit. Because you have to understand, man, it's like 4 million people out here in Las Vegas. But it's only like 1 million jobs, if that. So I want to know what's going to happen to where there's an overload and there's an influx of so many people, not enough jobs. Crime goes up. Y'all hear me talk about this shit all the time. But when it comes to pass, motherfucker gonna be like, damn, man, maybe that nigga wasn't lying, man. That's why when niggas be talking this, look, man, when I be seeing niggas move out here, I'm like, nigga, you like 20 years too late to the party, homie. The good days are gone, homie. That shit, them days are over with. But hey, man, it is what it is. Now I be like, you know what? I just gonna be introverted, be a recluse, and just fuck it. I don't want to be bothered. Stay in my lane, keep my circle tight. I ain't worried about what nobody's doing. I don't give a fuck about how nobody's dressed and what kind of Jordans he got on, because that don't pay none of my bills, man. And if you was smart, you would kind of be the same way, because what somebody else is doing doesn't put money in your check unless you have stock and ownership in that person's business or in that person. But if you don't have that, it's been one. Hey, man. Appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. You already know what it is. Shout out to No Compromise again, man. We got to do that again, man. Let me know if you got some time, brother. When you got some time, you know, hit me up on the gram and shit. That's one, brother. If that nigga called me, I answer the phone immediately, man. That's my nigga right there. Because that nigga don't be wasting nobody's time and don't be on no bullshit. I fuck with that nigga heavy. But, hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to grow as a person and you want to grow financially. And you want to have financial literacy. You want to know what's going on in this world. You want to know how much the stock market made with the Raiders playing out here. You better know that shit. Because if you don't know, now you know, motherfucker. Hey, man, motherfuckers talking about they don't need Sambo rehab, but the motherfucker talking about they don't see color. Guilty, nigga. I don't fuck with them, man. I'm out. Peace.
Blackvote.